Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal yesterday throwing his hat into the ring, becoming the 78th candidate for the Republican nomination of president or something like that. Stuart Varney, Fox Business Channel, joins us. Hi, Stuart.
Good morning, all.
Listen, Stuart, you graduated from the London School of Economics. You've been covering great CEOs and chairmen of the boards and businessmen and managers your entire career. Bobby Jindal is an intelligent man. Some would say he's a brilliant man. You just heard him. He's a doer. He was running the healthcare system in the state of Louisiana in his 20s. He's been a very effective governor with great ideas, and he can get things done. Why shouldn't he be taken more seriously as a candidate? I want him to succeed, but I feel like he's going to get lost in the shuffle.
Oh, I take him seriously. I agree that he's part of a huge bench of GOP hopefuls and may well be lost in the shuffle. I got your point there, but I like what he had to say. I like his track record, and in particular, I liked when he was actually referring to people like me. I regard myself as an immigrant who is into Middle America. Middle America is a system of values, and it works. It's a unique group of people on this planet. We're not racists. We're not culturally prejudiced. We can come from any color, race, creed, ethnicity, or region. If you're in Middle America, you've arrived in a unique position on this planet. And that's what Bobby Jindal was talking about. He was talking right to me. His parents came to America to climb the food chain, and they did. They regarded themselves as American, not hyphenated Americans, but Americans. And I feel exactly the same way. I really do. I felt for that guy yesterday.
Yeah, you have a British accent, but you do love America. It's very clear.
With a passion.
Why do you set that up as if the two are sometimes mutually exclusive?
But listen, I know you feel very passionately about this because, we've been, ever since the shootings in Charleston, we've been having a discussion about race. We've been having a discussion about the Confederate battle flag. And then yesterday, it was WMAL microphones which captured this soundbite, this sound clip from Louis Farrakhan speaking at an AME church in the District of Columbia, and he's talking about the Confederate flag, and he says some very disturbing things about the American flag. Listen.
I don't know what the hell the fight is about over the Confederate flag. We need to put the American flag down because we've cut as much hell under that as the Confederate flag.
Disturbing to hear those words. Also disturbing to hear the round of applause he got for those words, Stuart Varney.
It's outrageous, it's nonsense, and frankly, it is totally wrong. The left is taking the position that racism is alive and well in America and that nothing has changed. We're the same old racist country. That is flat out wrong. Absolutely wrong. America has come an enormous distance. And as I say, Middle America, the vast bulk of people in America, this is not a racist society. It simply isn't. In fact, overt racism is not acceptable amongst Middle America. Yeah. You don't fly the Confederate flag. It is a symbol of racial oppression. Middle America doesn't fly that thing. I don't believe we do. Yeah. I simply don't think of it.
Stuart, I'd go even further. I think that we've gone further, this country has, than any other country in the world in terms of healing racial divides. I don't see a non-Japanese becoming the Prime Minister of Japan.
Precisely. I've traveled to over 60 countries. I've lived and worked in about a half dozen countries. And America leads the world in being a non-racist, egalitarian society. That's the way we are. And I'm very proud to be a part of that, actually. I'm passionately proud to be a part of it. And I wish other people, especially immigrants, would stand up and say, I'm here because I want to be here. I love it here. I ain't leaving. This is a great place. Some immigrants whine. You know that? They whine. And I don't like that. I'm gung-ho for America. I'm proud of it.
Stuart, you are also very gung-ho about Apple Incorporated. You have waxed poetic. You speak as passionately about your love for Apple as you do for our great nation. So I need your response to this Apple HomeKit, which is getting really bad reviews. This is a very new development. Is this a good example of what we should expect from the post-Steve Jobs Apple Incorporated?
Well, the Apple HomeKit is this system which allows you to control, say, the lights, the heating, the security on your home from a distance using your Apple iPhone. That's what this system is. It's a new product, a new development, I guess you could call it. And you're right, it's getting very bad reviews, which is a surprise to me, not because I know anything about Apple HomeKit, but because I can't remember a new Apple product introduction which has been very badly received.
Yeah.
In the days of Steve Jobs, everything that came to market, certainly in recent years, was highly perfected and just right for its market niche. This doesn't appear to have hit that note, and that's a surprise to me.
Is there a danger sign, though, there for the company?
No, I don't think so.
No.
This is just one clunker? Just one clunker?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, look, this is not a new iPhone. This
Right.
is not the iPod. This is not the iPad. It's not. This is a system for remotely controlling your home, hardly equivalent to the iPhone itself. It's not exactly a minor leagues introduction, but it's planned. It's a second-tier introduction, put it like that.
It seems to me that what I'm reading about this is that it depends heavily on Siri, and I got to tell you, Siri is a weak point at Apple. You have to admit, Siri gets it wrong so much of the time. On the other hand, I've been recently playing around with a friend's phone that has Google, whatever Google Siri is called. It's quite good.
Well, you know, yesterday on my show, we had the Amazon Echo, which is a speaker. You put it in your home, and you ask it questions. You say, Alexa, how old is Stuart Varney? Something like that. They got it wrong. I had it on the show, and we were playing with it throughout the show, but I could see how that could be very useful and incorporated into your home in the long term. I mean, you know, you ask this thing questions. You say, play the Beatles, and it plays the Beatles. I mean, that's pretty good. I kind of like it.
I've got a teenager for that, so I just say, do that.
Did your teenager play the Beatles? I don't believe it.
A couple of songs, actually. She's okay with the Beatles. Can I ask you this real fast, Stuart? I've also seen on your show you guys have been talking about Netflix and how strong that company is and how it's really changed. It's been a bit of a game-changing company. They just split their stock 7-1, which I thought was a remarkable story yesterday, and none other than Carl Icahn, who knows a little bit about tech and entertainment stocks. He says now's the time to dump Netflix.
Well, what he said was, I am now out of Netflix. He was in it at a much lower price, and now he's sold it all as it approached $700 a share. When he said, I'm out of it, the stock dropped about $10.
Yeah.
He also said, I'm out of Netflix now, but I think Apple is the next Netflix. And Apple promptly went up.
Wow.
That's the power of the billionaire. Carl Icahn's worth about $20 billion, and he has some clout in the marketplace.
Yep.
But watch out, because he also said this market is overheated. And if people are listening to that, believe me,
I noted that. Do you agree?
I do, actually, just a little bit. I'm not looking for a big crash, nothing like that, but 18,100 with all this trouble in the world, not quite sure I can go for that.
Correction on the horizon. All right.
Maybe, 5%.
Stuart, really great to have you as always, Stuart. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, gentlemen.